Hi, Sagittarius. It's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a cool tarot reading for you guys. We do. Let's see what these cards have to say. Let's start with the Oracle spread for Sagittarius. These are general readings, so take what fits and leave the rest out. We have Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, and time in nature. So when this happens, it means that you either need to or you have been spending time in nature, slowing down, and this is really to reflect, of course, right? And we have your life as a canvas, artist manifestation, creative accountability. This means that somebody knows that where their life purpose is, career or love or soulmate or whatever it is, they know where that is, and now they are being accountable and stepping up and reaching for it. Right? Instead of, letting their life pass. And do you have any regrets? Yeah, I didn't do blah, blah, blah. Or I didn't, I didn't ask so-and-so, Sagittarius, or I didn't get back together with Sagittarius, or I didn't see Sagittarius as the one, or just something like that. But somebody steps up here and they are taking their life by storm, like they're taking control of their life. They are. Let's see what we have. Wow, very cool. And creating the life they want. And star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. What this means in this reading is that I was just thinking of this too. Really interesting how, I used to think about little angels when I was, when I lived with my grandmother and I was really young, right? Like 5. Well, she had angels, she's a religious lady. And so she had angels on the wall, right? In the pictures. But, I've thought about that house so many times because there's so much, warm memories there. But at the same time, I never thought about the angels and how I thought about them, or how, they used to be on my mind, and, angels. But, today it just came to me like 5 minutes ago. I kid you not, it's the weirdest thing. And that's what a hidden secret is, or lost wisdom. It's like you understand that there's some learning or kind of wisdom that you've gained, but you realize it was there all along. It's like that. Yeah. And so, yeah, and it just shows that people really forget kind of what's really important to them, and then one day they go boom, wow, right? That's what this is about. And we have look for a sign. Let's get a card. Look for a sign. Okay. That's not clear what that means, but hey, watch for signs, right? Yeah, let's see what else we have. Lantern. This means that something could be this, look for a sign, something can be coming your way, and like something can appear before you, or something can be revealed, right? Especially next to hidden secrets. But there's something that's going to show you that it's either time for you to create your own life. Your life is a canvas, creative accountability. This is like if you're a really great artist and this is just one example, you never practice art. You're like, oh, well, I'm really great. And, everybody says, how great you are. And you just don't bother with it. So, and that can be for many reasons. But creative accountability says, hey, I have these talents, or I feel like so-and-so is part of my future, or, I can manifest something beautiful. So you step up and you want to create that. You're accountable to what you think life has kind of offered you. Yeah, or you're going along with your talents, right? The lantern is seeking answers. This is insight, of course. Unless you went camping, you had a lantern. The skull reversed. So the skull is about grief and transition. And here it is reversed. Somebody kind of maybe grieved something, or a transition has already occurred, like a change. Because we have somebody who is stepping up to create their life here. So, there could have been some type of ending. And we'll get another card from the angels. And we have reconsider. Yeah, so this is what somebody has done, right? Somebody has reconsidered their life. And I'm going to go, this is like somebody who wants to live fully. Somebody who thinks that they're really aligned with you, most likely Sagittarius, and they're like I'm not going to let my life pass me by without trying. That's what this is about. And maybe it's about career endeavors as well. It can be about both. Sometimes when people wake up and they go, hey, I'm going to live my life fully. You know, I said I was going to be this psychologist or whatever in the past. Well, I didn't go do it. And that's my dream. What am I doing sitting here not even working on it, or, you know, or doing something, working at this other job that I can't stand? And, you know, and I'm a natural psychologist and I know I can thrive. Let me go do that job, right? You guys can tell it's probably, that was kind of me. It was in a way, but, you know, I'm now, spirituality is psychology. Just a little different and not much. It's, yeah, but it's a long kind of, a long explanation for sure. But let's get another card here. We'll get one more card from the angels to see what they have to say. We have no need to worry. So maybe you were worried, but there's no need to worry, or somebody was worried. You know, and this can be about, I'm going to go get Sagittarius, but I'm worried that Sagittarius won't want me. I mean, that could be you doing this, Sagittarius. But when somebody steps up and they are going to be accountable in their life to what the talents they were given, or people who come into their life who are soulmates, things like that are very special. That's when we start to reconsider. Somebody learned something here because we have lost wisdom. Remember that. All right. So if you guys want to get a psychic reading, Sagittarius, I always check for accuracies. That's what I do. I always get feedback. This is how you learn about your work, right? And yeah, and they are accurate. They are. Yeah, and if you don't know somebody very well and you want to get a psychic reading on them, yeah, I definitely recommend that. I do them in various formats. I have very engaging, you know, video calls or a video or both, but they are really a lot of fun. And tarot readings the same way. And if you need insight about your own situation, not somebody else, Sagittarius, I'm also a Canfield life coach. And you can say, who's Canfield? That's Jack Canfield, who studied under the greats as well. He's great, right? He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. He's kind of a, I mean, you can compare him to Tony Robbins if you want, but they're different and they're unique. Of course they are. So bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles, right? And this could be about marriage, could be about a legacy. Like, I don't want to leave this earth without being accountable to what you know, what beautiful gifts I've been given, talents, lovers, whatever, you know, partners. But getting back to the reading, Sagittarius, also, if you want a past life reading, those are super powerful. I don't have time to explain how powerful they are, but they really are. That's why Dolores Cannon was so great as well, right? So they are her style, and Mystic Sense as a free 5-minute psychic reading. You really learn a lot about yourself when you get a past life reading, and awareness is the key to personal power. Yeah, it is. So bottom of the deck, as I said, 10 of Pentacles. Everything's in the description box, Sagittarius. And yeah, this can talk about money as well. Like, you know, when you're doing really well because you know, you're doing something that you're aligned with. It can. But let's see. Somebody might want a family with you, and you are the one. And they lost this wisdom. It looks like ancient hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. I find that to be highly interesting, how, like, I was thinking about the angels when I was a kid a lot, and I just remembered it now. I thought about my grandmother's house so many times, but I never really put two and two together about the angels, even though I remember she had the angels on the wall. But I just, you know, remember it right now. So that's how life is sometimes. You could have met somebody 30 years ago, Sagittarius, who, you know, if that's the case, maybe you guys are too immature, but you could have met somebody so long ago and you guys are completely different. And now this person, and plus this talks about having courage and living the life that you yourself want to manifest for yourself, not like one that somebody else, you know, thought up for you, your mom, your dad, your family, your church, your neighborhood, whatever that is, or society even, right? Yeah, especially that. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, just, you know, be your own authority. Yeah. 10th house, Capricorn, Saturn, Saturnian energy. Let's see what these cards have to say. And we start with the Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess. There could be an earth sign here, a Pisces or a Scorpio in the reading. Two of Cups is here. So this is what I'm saying in this reading. This is about somebody who feels like you're a soulmate. And I could tell when I was coming into the reading, right? This is usually love reading, so it's not really that hard to figure that out. But, you know, they can be about career as well. So Judgment is in the reading. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups and the Lovers. Wow. So we're going to cover these naked people so we don't get in trouble here. I already get in trouble in another one. Yeah. Because I didn't really realize, right? But, yeah. So in the reading, somebody is trusting their intuition here. For sure. Because there's spiritual insight and wisdom. That's what the High Priestess is about. This is about knowing, right? Knowing what's good for you and what's not. And this is not about, like, let me make my little pros and cons list. This is not about logic. It's about heart-brain coherence. This is trusting your heart. Yeah. Trusting your gut. Because those are brains. Yeah, they are actually a brain. Yeah, another, maybe not exactly like, the 4 hemispheres in your brain. Yeah, I think there's 2 extra as well, like 2 very small parts. But yeah, I mean, this is about trusting your heart. It definitely is. And trusting your intuition, trusting in your soul guidance. That's what this is about. And so here we start with the 2 of Swords. This is like when we see this artist manifestation, creative accountability, your life is a canvas, and we start with this 2 of Swords. This is like, I need to step up and take what's mine, what I deserve, or it doesn't have to be like that, like arrogant. It has to be like, I feel like I belong there. And that is my soulmate, Sagittarius. And we have the 2 of Cups, and that's how somebody is seeing themselves, as seeing the other person as their soulmate, right? So we know this stuff now about what this reading, right? And so this is just beautiful because somebody believes, right? Yeah. And this is meant to be because we have no need to worry. So we start with the 2 of Swords. It means I need to go with the flow because here's the High Priestess, why it's all happening. I need to trust my intuition. The Fool, for new beginnings, to create my life, right? Now, we have the 6 of Swords external to you, Sagittarius, with the Knight of Wands. Somebody can be coming your way. This person who feels like you're a soulmate. Right now, they're in transition. And this skull is reversed. It talks about transition. They've already started. They could have grieved, possibly. There's no grieving in this reading, but, you know, this could have been a while ago. This person moves out of something, away from something, closes a chapter, lets something dissolve, close out, whatever it is, the 6 of Swords. It's a major change, and I hope I get somewhere. I hope I get to be with Sagittarius where it will be much better, where I feel like kind of we're on the same page. This could be, this Knight of Wands may be you, and they could be coming your way here, Sagittarius, on this little boat, right? But, you know, we hope it's not that boat, Sagittarius, because, you know, that means they're broke, right? And that's not, you know, this is too hard of a world to be broke. I'm not going to say it's hard. I'm going to say it's expensive, right? So, yeah. All right. Because it doesn't have to be that hard, especially if you align yourself with work that you love, that is purposeful. Then life won't be so hard, right? No, it's when we work at these jobs where there's no meaning, you know, that can make life feel really hard because it's hard to thrive in those jobs. Right? If that's not really what you're aligned with and that's not your purpose, right? How can you thrive like that when, you know? All right, 2 of Cups showing up, and this is how somebody sees themselves. We have the 9 of Swords. See, they're worried, even though it says no need to worry. So you probably don't need to worry, but they're worried. Somebody over here is worried. They're not going to have they're not going to be together. They're not going to have you. They're not going to get a chance. And we have judgment in the past. This is making a decision. It is in this reading. It can be an awakening. I feel like somebody had an awakening in this reading. Yeah, the Lantern is a spiritual card right here. All these cards over here are. Yeah, let's get a card on that. And with it, we have the Queen of Cups. So it could be a water sign here. This is an awakening. Could have made somebody more compassionate. The Queen of Cups is often seen as compassionate, emotional. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And another card with it is the Strength card. This is making a decision based on courage, based on self-mastery, growth. And lost wisdom that becomes available or that reveals itself. Yeah, there's an awakening here in the past, and it made somebody realize, you or them, that I want to go paint my canvas with Sagittarius. Maybe you guys are both artists, but it looks like they want to create their life with you rather, right? Let's fix this camera here. Here we go, you guys. All right, Six of Wands showing up, and here's the Nine of Pentacles actually in the concern. This could be that somebody needed to kind of just maybe grow up. These are nine pentacles. They're values. So this can be the card of self-sufficiency, possibly being single, like you're not partnered. But Nine of Pentacles in the concern, it is about closing a cycle out, and it is about having good values, because she has 9 of them. Good values are money, taking really good care of yourself, and here's the Two of Pentacles. So it's possible this person has become single, and they want to know if that's going to be, if you'll let them in, possibly, if you, Sagittarius, will reconsider. So we have that card. In the environment, Six of Wands, this is a recognizing. It is when we see hidden secrets, lost wisdom, right? Then we see that somebody has recognized something intuitively, right? Over here we have judgment for sure. And with the High Priestess, here's the Tower. This in the environment here is something could, I feel like this is somebody having like a tower and then recognizing, right, what is important here, because we have that. And this can also be, something really could have happened. The Tower, like a breakup or a big shakeup here, which has made somebody recognized. And, this can be somebody overcoming something. Just overcoming something, maybe like a breakup, or maybe their whole life fell apart here. The Tower can talk about, especially next to this card of the Nine of Pentacles, about self-sufficiency and values and self-esteem. She's rich here on her vineyard, but this is about self-esteem. That's how she got there as well. I mean, because this is not only about money, it's about values. So this card, somebody values themselves now, and they feel like, I can overcome whatever this tower was, whatever this skull was, some type of grief. And let's get another card in the environment. And now we have the card of, these cards are getting sticky, don't know why. We have the Hierophant. This could be a marriage that is broken up here. This could be the belief system has completely changed, and somebody recognizes that, and they're over, like, they recognize that they don't have faith in what they used to, or believe in it, or it's not valuable to them. There's something like that in this reading. Yeah. After some type of awakening, intuitive guidance, right? I mean, it doesn't have to, you went to somebody to get that guidance. You get it on your own, right? That's the best way, right? It's just like everything you do for yourself is better than when somebody does it for you. There's more recognition and learning in that, right? There's more understanding. Like when a kid spends money on their own toy instead of you getting it, you better believe they're going to take better care of it when they buy it with their own money. Yeah, and that's how kids are. And so that's why you can't give them everything. Maybe, but you have to teach them the value of $1 and that they have to earn their own way in this world, right? You can't just here. and give and give and give, right? So Knight of Cups, because it's more important what we teach them than what we give them. Yeah, I feel like it is. And Two of Wands showing up with the Knight of Cups in the hopes and fears. And, you know, this is kind of a crossroads, but one that happened way back, I believe. This is choosing. Sagittarius, this person is choosing you to make a life with or to move forward with. He's holding the globe with the Knight of Cups. They could be hoping that you will accept their offer, because the Two of Wands makes a choice. Where to live, with who, where to go, what my life's going to be, my life purpose. Here it is with the Knight of Cups here. Yeah, they want you to accept it. And we have right here the Lovers showing up in the potential outcome with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this person has made a choice, but they feel like this is so valuable. Underneath the Two of Swords, you are this soulmate here, and very valuable, and they want a brand new start with you. Lovers and the Page of Pentacles. So we're going to end this reading. If you guys want to get a reading with me, check out the description box. Everything's there. Lots of fun readings. And also, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me to keep these readings coming. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Take what resonated and leave el resto out, right? That's how it works here with general, right? You should get your own, right? Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great day. You rock.